How you doing? Yeah, Friday has come to the end. Could be, it couldn't be better because I just came back to the yard now, and guess what? The rain has just started, or it's just about to start. It's dripping a little bit now. It's not bad at all, but I'm happy I just managed not get wet while I was still delivering the car. Okay, so as I said, yes, in the past few days, I don't know what is going to be happening next week when the boy is going to school. So it means I will have to finish work a lot earlier. Like for example, around this time, I should be already on my way back home to get prepared to go and pick him up from school. And of course, I cannot appear in the school black the way I am. So it means I will have to go home first, have like a quick shower before I can go and pick him up. So it means if I finish work a lot earlier, fair enough, I will be able to come and do a little bit of exercise just after work to show you guys. It will depend how busy we're gonna start being after, yeah, after he goes to school, and how busy I'm gonna be at work as the autumn is coming, the weather is changing, the people who usually only orders coal in the winter time, they are starting to put the orders now. So yeah, I'm starting to get busy again. So this training today is not going to be the last time I'm going to train after work. It's not the last stretch I'm doing after work, but it will not be as often as I do anymore. So most of the working or the stretch what I'm going to be doing, uh, surely it will happen on Wednesday in the class when I'm teaching on Wednesday in the evening. Now, I also want to stay here for too long because I want to get the road before the storm arrives. So I'm just going to be doing a little bit of stretching and training. And let's see how it will go. Of course, not so much as rifles. Been delivering coal, and I would say, my arms are quite weak now because of the lifting. You know, all day here, lifting the coal, pushing the back, throwing, walking up the stairs, down the stairs. So the stretch now is good. Just so I will not suffer with a lot of pain in the evening by the time I go to bed. So nice and simple, very easy, one days, and you all can join me for that, or you can just do it on your own later on. Nice and gentle, just relaxing the foot of the thighs, and feel the hamstring stretching a bit already. Which means, because my hamstrings have been quite tight for weeks, so everything what I do now, even though some very simple exercise, I already feel it. And I really should not do in that pain, mainly because when you start getting busy, there's no time to be ill, there's no time to be injured when the madness of the cold starts. So that's why keeping a good stretch is always important, even though when you sleep or when you fall, yes, it's gonna make some damage on the body, but not as bad as it could be without looking after the body. Okay? And what some people do, they start stretching a little bit and they start feeling slightly pain on the body. Oh, I'm not doing enough, it hurts. Yes, when you stretch, you really need to make sure it will hurt. Fala, mano, Fábio. Como é que você tá, meu pai? Tamo junto aí, amigo velho. Tamo aqui. Depois do trabalho, aquele exercício básico, aquele treininho, né, que a gente não pode deixar passar, só pra exercitar o corpo. Se sentir melhor à noite, é claro. And of course, try and breathe, okay? Because one of the things which is really, really important when you do your exercise is controlling your breath as well. And the people forget about it. When the people start feeling a little bit of pain, the first thing what they stop doing is breathing. Okay, so go nice and slow on the breathing as well. It always helps. Nice and simple, don't have to be anything spectacular. You don't have to kill yourselves, you know. Just go nice and easy. Trying to vary between the exercise what you do. First we're going down, doing the stretch, and then the second, doing the kick. And now the third, let's put the kick and the stretch together. So I will go. 1, 2, 3. Shake, 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 shake. And please don't forget to leave your like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give us a chance to grow the channel. Okay? The idea of the channel is not for me to get rich. It's for me to get a millionaire. Okay? The idea of this channel is to show you what I do. Not only in the martial arts, but at work, how I stretch, where I live. I can show you places in the UK. This is what the channel is about. It's not something only about martial arts or only about talking about people's life. A little bit as well, having fun. Fábio Santos, against Mass on the channel talks a little about everything and mainly the art of capoeira interest. Thank you very much, Fábio. Fábio, velho. Obrigado, amigo, velho. Estamos sempre juntos, junto e misturado. Sempre junto e sempre misturado. Meia lua de frente. Rapaz, eu acho que vou ter que abrir outra conta pra mim dar like pra mim mesmo também, velho. É, claro que a bateria tá acabando. Of course the battery is dying again. Why don't I simply put the phone to charge? Should work. Oh yeah. Fala, mestre Jânio, como é que você tá, meu querido? Hi, hi, hi. How you doing? Eu vou levando a vida, eu vou tentando disfarçar. Você está em forma, rapaz, ó, que jeito. Tentando abaixar o panção, mas tá difícil, mestre. Tá difícil, velho. Abaixar a pança velha tá complicado. Mas vamos levando. Bora lá, meu povo! Vamos treinar, vamos se esticar, vamos exercitar. Let's stretch, guys. Let's make sure we get old in good health. We get old in good health. É isso aí, obrigado pela pedir pra galera ajudar. Esse bando de corno aí. A gente pede like, os caras não dão. Pede ajuda, os caras não dão. Pede pro céu se inscrever, os caras ficam sem rostino. Aí a hora que a gente faz o negócio e cai, aí o povo fica bravo. Aí o povo. Nossa, que cara ruim. Aí não consegue nem ficar de pé direito. Vocês não dão motivação. Does it deserve a like? And now, of course, people make a joke about this movement here. Well, what the shit is that? What sort of Kung Fu is this? What is this? What is that? Isso aqui é um exercício que quando as pessoas começarem a colocar em mente o que realmente, para que realmente funciona, as pessoas vão começar a aderir mais a fazer esse tipo de movimento. Quando as pessoas entenderem que todo tipo de alongamento que você faz também é legal, tanto para o seu intestino, quanto para o pâncreas, para o spleen, para o baço, para o coração, qualquer alongamento que você vai fazer está ligado, né, com todos os bagulho dentro da pança. Então o povo tem que começar a entender para que serve o exercício, não apenas fazer um exercício, vou fazer isso aqui porque faz bem para a saúde. Todo exercício ele tem uma função. Como o corpo é uma pequena bola, uma pequena máquina, tudo que está dentro funciona de uma forma. Entendeu? Então, se eu estou chutando aqui, né, não é simplesmente, eu estou treinando um chute, né, e esse chute ele tem que ser forte, ele tem que ser potente. Não, você tem que entender da onde está vindo esse chute, o que ele está movimentando, qual é o músculo, qual é o osso, qual a função dentro do seu corpo. A parte mais fácil de um chute é atacar a pessoa. É tão simples. Agora, o que esse movimento vai fazer do seu próprio corpo? So sometimes when we talk about exercise, we talk about stretching, people they only worry about stretching the muscles. People don't realize there's much more than that. All the organs are connected. So by the time I'm just here stretching, okay, my calf with this exercise what I'm doing here right now, I can feel my calf quite a lot. Not feel as much because I've been doing exercise for a while. Okay, it hurts. It needs to hurt. It's stretching. So by the time when you move the arms, as you are stretching the back leg there, you are working on your organs as well. Inside of you, the organs might be working. I'm not going to tell you what kind of organ, unless you ask what's the name of the exercise, what the exercise is for. Then I can start explaining a little bit more of the exercise for you guys. But a lot of people, they don't give a shit. They don't care at all. The Golden Apple, how you doing, buddy? Gostei da capa que tu fez, ficou bacana. Pô, valeu, Fábio. Obrigadão, mano, velho. Por eu fazer o que você falou mesmo, tá trabalhando nessas capas aí. Obrigado pela fonte que você deu a matéria-prima. Eu só joguei uns bagulho em cima, mas obrigado mesmo, irmão. So, each time we guys gonna exercise, you need to understand it's not for the fight only. If I'm gonna do a kick, what we call in Capoeira martelo, but in different martial arts, this kick has exact, completely different names. But in Capoeira we call martelo. Okay, it's a. Now you can either kick, hold. You can kick, bring it back. You can do as you wish. You can go as fast as you want with that. You can manipulate the kick in different ways. Now, what you need to understand to make the kick good is not about all the time trying to kick the same directions, trying to kick the same place, trying to use the same speed, or trying to kick it faster and faster all the time. It will make no much difference on the kick until you start to understand how your muscles work, how your hip work, what's the rotation, how about the joints. When you start understanding the anatomy, physiology, and then you start understanding more how you can make your kicks more powerful, more efficient. When you need to use them, you can use it in different ways, and it will always work. Now, if you just want to kick, you can name the kick, you can choose whatever kick is better for you, you know. It will just be a body moving from one side to the other. Understanding the kick is a different matter. Tem que agradecer a Hernani, está dos rumo aos 1000 inscritos até dezembro. Sem meta, se Deus quiser, mano, velho, a bênção é essa. Bênção, martelo, meia lua, meia luna, armada quebrada, dó de cocorinha negativa, acrobática, Isaú, estrela, and blows, rasteira, tesouras, rabos de arraia. You can talk about it. I can talk about all the stuff what you want to master. When we talk about capoeira, I'm not a professional. I can say straight away when people ask me, are you a professional capoeirista? And I say, no, I'm not. What I can say about the capoeira? Capoeira is a part of my culture. It's something what I learned since I was a young child. It's something which I have practiced all my life long. For example, all the time when I learned about Armada, I always learned, back in the days, Armada was never a movement to be used in the park, for example. Not on the streets, at least. Armada was created sometime because the movement of the capoeira started being a lot limited. Okay, so they started putting Armada in some other movements for the game, but they were never good enough for the street. So mainly when you see movements happening on the street, like capoeiristas, they're only gonna kick Armada when they are far from each other. They will never kick Armada if they're close enough to get a sweep, to get a rasteira. And that's what I do, complete on the opposite. I like to kick Armada right when I'm right there in front of the person. Why? Because then I can manipulate the game, because I know I'm just putting a trap, and whoever falls on that trap, that won't be my problems anymore. But Armada, there are so many different ways of making the Armadas. Okay, you can simply have from the base what we're here right now. You can simply spin and kick, spin and kick. Hi. You can kick it low. You can step and let it go. You can make it even lift on the front. I've seen people from start the Armada from here. Now, is that right? Is that wrong? I don't know. Does it work for them? Good. If it does work for them, use it. But make sure it works enough for you so you can get away when the people come to attack you. Because most of the time, what is important for the movement is not the efficiency of the movement, which we're gonna go and break someone. But it's how efficient can you be if you see your movement will hurt somebody. Can you stop that movement just before it makes the damage into the person? Kicking a movement is fine. Kick with power. Or putting some speed. It's all fine and good. But now, can you have enough balance so you go and you can just scare the person instead of throwing your kick? Or you can see what you are doing. For example, you're gonna do some kick and the person is prepared to block or to grab your leg. Do you have enough knowledge to throw that kick before the person grabs it? You can bend the leg, but also you can work different on the body. Do you have self-coordination to be working and then start moving with the hands? Or even pretend, because people are expecting, grab, down, you throw, you block. Can you manipulate your body in all different directions? This is what matters a lot on a combat. It matters a lot when you are playing capoeira. It matters a lot when you are on the street, mainly on the street, because the street is a land without rules. You just need to survive. So when I see people showing techniques, well, this technique will be very useful on the street, bollocks. Nothing is used on the street. Nothing is efficient enough to be used on the street, apart of your legs. And that's the philosophy of the hair. You have to have big ears, small mouth, and fast legs. Small mouth, don't talk too much. Big ears, listen to everything what's around you. And have fast legs to run. And to run fast when you need to run. Not to pretend you're gonna run, no, you need to run fast. And if you have to attack, you have to have fast legs to attack fast. That's how you survive on the street. You only survive on the street if you have a good eye to look on the floor, and whatever you can find on the floor will be something what you're gonna use to attack someone or to protect yourself against someone. Anything what you find on the floor, anything what you find on the streets is a weapon. Arranged fights on the street, it's not a fight, it's just an arranged fight. So people are just gonna be there like one-to-one. When I talk about street fights, for a lot of people, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Because for a lot of people, street fights will be simply, okay, 1 against 1, 2 against 2, maybe 4 people here, 5 people there. No, street fight is something. Whatever, as I said, whatever is on the floor will become a weapon. People will go grab bottles, piece of wood, stones, chairs, table, knives, guns, everything what can be used to harm someone. People will find it on the floor, and we're gonna use that on a street fight. A street fight is not about fist. This is not street fight. This is a fight arranged on the street. This is a fight what breaks on the street because 2 people decide, okay, we're gonna have a 1-to-1 on the street. Come on, let's go. Let's go downstairs. Let's go outside. This is an arranged fight. You just arrange the situation. Street fight, you don't even know who started that. You don't even know what things are, what is happening, because bottles are flying over your head all the time. Pieces of wood are flying from side to side. People are with knives on their hands just stabbing whoever comes in front of them. Luckily, don't have a bullet flying in the middle of it as well. Surviving that is a different thing than having an arranged fight. So, if you are a great fighter in a closed space, well done to you. Make your money. Do whatever you need. Oh, to survive on the street, this is a technique. Like on the street, you look here, and that when people attack you, you move there, and you attack here, you grab bollocks. There is no technique good enough for the street. There is technique which will happen on the time when you are on the street. It will simply happen. There is nothing where you can plan. Don't make those plans. It will never work. So you have to train and train hard to make sure whenever you need to use your skills to make sure you can disappear, you can run away, you can survive. That's when you need to put your skills on practice. That's why you're gonna see if lifting your leg this high here will be good enough, because remember, the more you lift your leg easy will be to be swept. Now, okay? The closer you get to someone and you try to grab someone on the street, the easiest will be to get stabbed by someone. So be careful when you talk about street fight. It's not this fun word which a lot of people they try to bring and try to convince you they can teach you how to survive on the street. Bollocks. Nobody can teach you how to survive on the street. People can teach you techniques, people can teach you strategies, but no one can teach you what is the right direction to run, what's the right direction to disappear. No one can teach you how fast you have to be. You just need to be fast. You just need to work. You just need to make it happen. Okay? So, thank you very much, guys. I think that will be me talking to you. No, I'll tell you. I'll talk to you a little bit more. But let's see if I have enough battery here. Yes, I do. So I'm just gonna bring the. Oops, where did I put the key? I'll be bringing the machines back inside so I can talk to you in the meantime when I'm just putting everything right on place. So yeah, don't let people romanticize the street fight as they do all the time. In schools of martial arts, the first thing what they need to teach you is how not to fight. Or they have to teach you what it means. What does it mean if you go to a fight? Okay? They need to teach you when you go out on the street, it's not only you and somebody else. It's going to be you and whoever else is on the street. They need to teach you respect. They need to teach you how much you need to train to almost destroy your body on the training. So you know when you're going to hit someone, what damage you're going to be making in that person. And also what the damage that you're going to make on your life. Because for every action, there will be a reaction. Now, don't pray for the rain if you cannot deal with the mood which will be left behind. Okay? Make sure all the time when you make your decisions, the consequences will be considered as well. Hey Virginia, how are you doing? How are you keeping lady? I hope you are doing well. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming back here to the mad words of Negoteta. Yeah, just doing a very quick one after work here. I was just doing a little bit of the stretching. Now just putting the machines back inside. Maybe inflate the tires of the car because this tire is letting me down all the time. I should do like a little check on the car as well, clean it inside because I'm going for a trip in the morning. So I just want to leave it fine. But because the weather hasn't been so nice, I don't even think I'm gonna be worried about cleaning the car properly. I might just do a very, very quick cleaning inside so people can just sit in it a bit more comfortable, taking the mess away because it's a proper mess inside the boot of the car. But thank you very much you all guys who passed it here today. Thank you very much all who left the like. Really appreciate your company, really appreciate your presence in here. I know sometimes I just speak my mind and some people they don't like a lot of things that what I have to say. I know I'm a strange person, I don't deny it. I'll never deny how strange I am because this is me. I don't want to lie to none of you guys. I don't want to be a person who shows the face here on the internet today and tomorrow is going to be a different person. No. If I want to tell you, fuck off, I'm going to use all the words, all the letters to put it out in a big style. But also I have a good heart, don't worry. I will always try and help people if you need my help. Okay, that's what I do. That's how I imagine life is easier because I like to be around good people. I like to be around people who put my energy level up. Of course, it's not every day we have patience to deal with people, mainly with human beings. God Almighty, we are awkward guys, we are troublemakers, we are. So, As I was just saying about the basic movements of the capoeira, we need to understand also the movements has to be trained every single day. You don't have to train all the movements every day, but you need to train every single day, even slowly. Okay, nobody's saying you need to rush on your training, but you need to make sure the balance is okay, control is okay, you need to make sure your mind is okay. Okay, because the body is not the most important part. Okay, you need to have a clean mind when you are training. You really need to have strategies for your training. You really need to work hard. You need to sweat. You need to make sure your muscles will be aching on the following day because you need to put effort on your training. If you just want to do some exercise just to pretend or to show off, you want to show someone, look, I am training, look how good I am, do not waste your time. It's pointless. It's worthless. Do not waste your time if you're thinking training martial arts is only to get belt, is only to change your grading. That's why you're gonna dedicate yourself. Don't waste your time as well practicing martial arts, because it is indeed a waste of time. You need to practice martial arts for the benefit of your health. You need to practice martial arts because you believe it's going to be a philosophy of life. Because you believe you're, you're going to be healthy. Because you need to believe you're going to be stronger. You believe you're going to have discipline. You're going to act and interact better with the person by your side. You need to understand martial arts is not about fighting and harming people. It's about how to avoid situations, how to avoid fights, how to just be a good human. Basically, that's martial arts. Anything else is just bullshit. And whenever people put challenge for you, oh, I'd love to see you fighting this person because you think you are good, but you are not good enough to go into the ring with that person. Whoever is good enough, I don't give a shite. Because to resolve problems like this is easy. If I want to make money, what do I need to do with the fight? Go to the ring, go to the stage, go to the tatami, go everywhere. If you just want to have a philosophy of life, it's a completely different matter to what you're gonna train. Sometimes I don't understand why some old people they go mad. You know, they start getting older instead of just relaxing, appreciating, looking after their body, their schools, or looking after the clubs, or teaching young people the better way of living their life. You know, what they do, they want to after 40s and 50s, they want to go to the ring and they just want to be there like with a 25 years old man, which is gonna completely devastate them. I don't get it. I don't get it why some people, young people, is being called a masters and they want to challenge their words to show their artist is better than anything else. I see that all the time. I hear people talking about it all the time. Why do I still need to? People still keep asking me, what is better, MMA or karate? Your art or kung fu, Muay Thai or this. I don't care. I don't know. I don't give a shit what's better, what's worse. I don't give a damn about it. What I know is I like to practice myself. I like to learn how to kill people on the training. That's what I train for. I don't train just to punch someone on the face and knock them out. I send someone to the hospital, I give a scar to their face. No, I want to make sure I'm gonna punch you and you're gonna get there because you won't stand up anymore. I want to make sure I'm there. I'm gonna hit somewhere where I'm gonna make you. I don't care if I'm gonna knock you out. I want to knock you out and keep you down on the floor. I don't want you to stand up back again and fight me again. I don't want that. I want to make things happen at once. So if I cannot make it happen, I disappear. I get lost. Truly disappear. Right, guys. So thank you very much for your company. Thank you very much for your time. I should have gone about 10 minutes ago. But I do appreciate, guys, you staying with me here today. I do appreciate all this time we spent together, and I hope I will have more time to carry on doing what I'm doing here during the week. You know, I hope I will have this time. If not, it's been a massive pleasure staying with you after work. Um, so I hope next week I'll be able to do 1 or 2 days, or if I can do every day, would be blessing. We just need to see how things will go with the young son going to the school and life turn you upside down. Oops. And yes, of course. I'm just talking here and I need to bump the tire of my car because it's down, and I'm just closing the door. You see, this is what happens when you get old. You forget things. You are just about to do something. 1 second, you get distracted, and that's it. You forget everything else what you should have done. So now I have to go to the car, bring the car back in the air, pump the tires, then I can go home. Then I can try and clean the car later on, because now I'm not gonna be here doing anything else because it is a little bit too late. And God Almighty, yes, there's a lot to clean inside the car. A lot. You guys have no idea. Plus, I have to go and put some diesel in it as well, which is gasping for fuel. So I hope I'll have enough time, enough fuel. Let's see. It should be enough just to get to the petrol station. At least I hope it will be enough to get to the petrol station. Let's just calibrate the tires. And if you ask why I'm going to calibrate the tires here in not the petrol station, because I have air compressor and here's for free. In the petrol station, some place I have to pay £1, £1.50, 50p, £2, depends what petrol station I'm in. So here is for free. I wish that this was for free too. Okay, guys, I see you soon. Turn it off.